Hello, this is Dr. Zhao from Rutgers Business School. In this lecture, we'll discuss why analytics is critical to supply chain management. Let's start with the challenges in managing the supply chain. First, a supply chain often involves a complex network of facilities and products, and thus it's hard to optimize. And second, a supply chain evolves over time. It is dynamic, with often seasonal and random demand and supply, and thus it's hard to predict. Third, a supply chain is composed of many self-interested partners with conflict of interest, and thus hard to coordinate. As an example, the distribution of products and services and Verizon Wireless to the US market is done by a large-scale network of 3 distribution centers in the East, West, and Middle of the United States, serving hundreds of SKUs to more than 2,000 stores across the country. The dynamic nature of supply chains can be illustrated by the international trade of commodities such as coffee. Coffee price indices fluctuated significantly over time from about 50 cents a pound to $3 per pound, depending on the weather and harvest of coffee. For instance, the Brazil frost and drought in the 1990s pushed the price to a high level. But short after, the oversupply around year 2000 drove down the price to about 50 cents a pound and caused the most recent coffee crisis, where millions of farmers bankrupted. In addition to the complex network and uncertainty, supply chain is also hard to manage because trading partners may have a conflict of interest. For instance, as a supplier, you always want from your retailer a stable volume, slow delivery, meaning the retailer can wait, small variety and a high price. As a retailer, you want the exact opposite. You want your supplier to be flexible in volume, can provide quick and flexible delivery. You also want large variety and lower cost. This conflict of interest, together with uncertainty, can cause huge problems. For instance, the shortage gaming and panic orders in the high-tech industry have caused the supply chain meltdown in year 2001. In December year 2000, John Chambers, CEO of Cisco, said, "I've never been more optimistic about the future of our industry as a whole or of Cisco." 4 months later, the market crashed. Cisco wrote off $2.5 billion in inventory. Analytics can play a critical role in handling these challenges, and thus are no longer just a nice to have. There are 4 types of analytics in supply chain management. Descriptive analytics helps find out what happened, and so provide a clear assessment of the current situation. Diagnostic analytics aims to discover why it happened, and thus the root causes. Predictive analytics makes predictions for the future, and prescriptive analytics provide decision support to generate the desired outcome. Clearly, we should follow the sequence from descriptive to diagnostic and finally to prescriptive analytics in applications. Both the value and challenges increase as we move further down in this sequence. Analytics focus on quantitative insights and solutions based on the data. They are different from qualitative guesswork. Using analytics, we can answer questions such as which strategy is the best, by how much, under what conditions. As such, our decisions can be much more precise and actionable. A couple of surveys in recent years confirmed the importance of data analytics in supply chain management. This survey finds that data analytics is the most disruptive supply chain technology, followed by digital supply chain and Internet of Things. This survey shows that the 4 top supply chain capabilities are all analytics related. They are optimization, forecasting, planning, and risk analytics. This survey shows the results achieved by supply chain analytics in practice, such as improved customer services, faster response to supply chain issues, increased supply chain efficiency, and greater integration across the supply chain.